guess what happened? So my mortgage just went up. My mortgage just went up to $2,500.
People across the country are getting blindsided by skyrocketing mortgage payments. And some homeowners are now on the verge of losing everything. Taxes are rising, insurance is exploding, and many buyers are realizing that they can't actually afford the homes that they bought. And if you're not careful when it's your turn to buy, this can happen to you. Let's jump right in.
My mortgage is going up by over $500 a month, so let's talk about it. I live in a starter house. Like if you saw my house, we would all agree that I live in a starter house, and my mortgage is already $4,300 a month. However, I got a letter in the mail saying that my mortgage is actually increasing, and it's now going to be $4,800 a month. It's going from $4,300 a month to $4,800 a month, and I've owned this house for like 18 months. I bought it in the summer of 2024, so do the math. It's not even been 2 years at this point, and that doesn't like factor in any of the improvements that I've made on this house. I've already poured over like $75,000 into this house. I'm constantly putting money into like updates because it's outdated. It needs updates, it needs repairs, just like all of the things that come with being a homeowner. And a couple years ago, I made a video talking about why I never wanted to own a house, and I talked about things like this. And my feelings are the same. I am very grateful and very fortunate that I was able to buy a house in the area that I did buy a house in. Like, it is a great area, it's a great school district, but like genuinely the fact that I'm 28 years old and have a mortgage that is essentially $5,000 a month for a starter house that I still have to like update and take care of and repair just feels absolutely criminal.
So I know the first thing you're probably thinking about is, how is over $4,000 a starter home? So I had to do some digging and figure out, does she live in New York, California, Washington State, or something like that? And it turns out she lives in Ohio. So clearly she probably has a very large house in a very exclusive suburb or something, because homes typically are not that expensive in Ohio. And she also says she put $75,000 into the house, which indicates to me either it was a fixer-upper to some degree, or she just had a lot of personal modifications she wanted to make. But hey, I'm not hating, just a little surprised at the numbers and where she is. And anybody would be upset about a $500 increase in their monthly payment. And so typically the way your monthly payment works out is that you have your principal and your interest. And in addition to that is your taxes and insurance. Your taxes and insurance goes to what's called an escrow account. And what the mortgage company does is, when the taxes are due, when the insurance is due, then they take that money that they've been putting to the side throughout the year in order to pay that. If insurance or property taxes increase, then your monthly payment is going to increase. Now, principal and insurance, if you have a fixed rate mortgage, which most people do, those two stay the same unless you refinance or different things down the road. So just want to set that as our foundation. But let me know what you think. Do you think she's overpaying for her house, or do you think if she got it, she got it? Let me know what you think in the comments.
My mortgage payment increased from $5,400 to $7,129. And I'm going to explain to you why, so it doesn't happen to you. For context purpose, I own a multifamily in northern New Jersey where property taxes are insane. Anyways, I bought my multifamily, and a few months after I purchased, I received my new tax rate, I guess you can call it. Do I know the correct terminology for everything? No, not right now. But I'm going to explain to you in simple terms what it is. After I bought my house, the city reassessed my property taxes and let me know what my new rate was going to be, which increased to $15,900 something dollars. When I did my mortgage payment was calculated off the property taxes that the previous owner was paying. They were paying about $5,000. So there was a big difference. My mortgage payment now, not my mortgage payment, my mortgage company pays my property taxes and I pay them monthly. So what happened was, it caused me to have an escrow shortage. Escrow is the money that I pay monthly, and they use that money to pay my property taxes, insurance, and etc. So what happened now is I have a negative balance in that account, and I have to.
So a lot of good stuff here. When you're buying a home, you want to always call the local tax office, the county tax office, to understand how the process works. It's calculated differently everywhere, and you need to be informed. So you tell them, hey, I'm potentially buying this property for, let's say, $300,000, and I want to know what my taxes are going to be, what can I expect, and how often you reassess it, what the calculations, what the formula is, all that stuff. And the reason you want to to know that is because you want to have a realistic outlook on what you can expect in the future so you can financially prepare and also decide if you want to buy this house with all that information. A lot of people get caught up because they might see the previous owner paying a certain amount of property taxes and they get sticker shock when it's 6 months, when in a year, or whenever it's reassessed, they're stuck with a big tax bill and they have an escrow shortage. And so what that basically means is there's not enough money to cover either the taxes or the insurance. And you can work with the mortgage company to see what your options are, but a lot of people end up paying in a lump sum if they have it, and I've heard in some cases just spreading it out and increasing their payment every month. But let's see the rest of her story.
To make up for it. So that caused my mortgage payment to increase to $7,129. This happened 2 years ago. Obviously, I didn't have the money to pay it all up front. I could have paid the money all up front and then my mortgage payment would have increased, but it wasn't going to be that significant. I mean, yeah, it would have been significant because my property taxes went up like $11,000, but it wouldn't have gone up to $7,129. So I've been paying monthly and my mortgage payment now is $6,729. Once I'm done paying off the escrow shortage, it'll go down like $500. So when you do your mortgage, make sure that your lender is calculating what your property tax is going to be when you purchase a house, not based off the previous owner's property taxes. I like to share my real estate journey, the real numbers, the good and the bad, so you can learn from my experience. And I didn't edit this video or do any cuts. This is just me talking to you guys because I normally edit my videos and I don't want to do that. Okay, bye.
I respect her transparency. I respect anyone who's able to share their experience, what they're going through, because the good thing is that we can all learn from it. And so she mentioned something very important, that her monthly payment is going to go down once she clears that escrow shortage. So it's just something you want to keep in mind. You don't want to end up stuck and in this same situation. Now, there's a lot of people would say, oh, the lender should have said something. The realtor should have said something. Yes, this might be true, but if you are buying a home, you have to thoroughly educate yourself on the process so you understand for yourself and don't just rely on somebody else to tell you everything that you need to know. And the reason that it's beneficial for you to have that knowledge is so you could check people. You could check your realtor if they're telling you something that's not accurate. You could check the lender if they're telling you something that's not accurate. Or let's say you call the county tax office, you understand the process, and you tell your lender, I want an accurate quote of my mortgage, not what the previous person paid for their taxes, but what I'm gonna pay. It's gonna help if you have the information already and you know what you're talking about. Because if they feel like being lazy, they have no choice but to give you the real numbers, or you can take your business somewhere else. And unfortunately, I've experienced surprise property tax increases because I wasn't educated on that. Nobody online was talking about, oh, your property taxes could increase, your insurance and all that. So I'm hoping that these stories are helping you all so far. But it's definitely important to have a good realtor on your team, a good lender on your team. And if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the next year, I can help you find a realtor in your area. If you're interested in that, the information is down in the pinned comment.
I didn't know that when I was building a home that I'll just pay taxes off the land, and then when the home is actually built, then you got to pay taxes on the actual home and the land, which increased my mortgage by $3,000. I didn't know that. Now my mortgage is increased by $3,000 from what I'm currently paying. And plus you still got all these other expenses and stuff like that. I don't knock buying a home. I think the goal should always still buy a home, but you should be prepared to know what's to come. Like I say, if they would have told me like, hey, your tax is going to be based off of this number instead of this number in a year, no, that wouldn't have changed my decision. I still would have moved forward. But if they would have told me that, I would have been prepared and not, look in the mail and be like, bro, who this for? You feel me? Who is this for? I know y'all ain't trying to increase my mortgage. And then the thing like that is like, it's aggravating because it's like, bro, you think I'm just about to allow you to bully me? I feel like I'm like y'all trying to bully me. Like you think you're just about to just get $3,000 extra out of me and no say so. But come to find out, this is how this junk is. So I wish I would have just known a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have changed my decision at all to build a home at all. I'm still thankful, thank the Most High that He, blessed me and my family to be able to do so. I'm not complaining or anything like that. I'm very thankful. I just wish I would have more prepared to that. But at the end of the day, it really don't matter because guess what? The house is going to be paid off. Like I say, I would never be victim of a situation. I'll always be a victor of anything. For the people that don't know, if you buy a home, make sure that you got all that information in place, the taxes, all that stuff, what the house is going to be. Make sure you know all that stuff going into it so you can be prepared, and not be shocked when you look in the mail and be like, who this? And then also the escrow. You got to know what's going on with the escrow because if your escrow is short, now you got to pay the shortage thing that increase your mortgage as well. So if you could pay extra inside your escrow, make sure you can pay extra. Make sure you do so. If you're just paying what's, what the mortgage company got you set up with, 9 times out of 10, taxes and stuff go up, that escrow gonna go up and it's gonna cause a shortage. So be prepared for that. Just get educated all the way around with the buying experience. Just be educated, so you can be
100% agree with him. And a lot of people fall into this trap with new build homes. Now, I'm not here saying new build homes are bad. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't buy one. It's your choice. As I always say, you just got to go in with your eyes open and understand the entire situation. But I want to reiterate something that he said. Typically, a new construction home is evaluated based on the tax on the land. And sometimes when the lenders are running these quotes, it does not include what the taxes are going to be with the house and the land. So then people get that sticker shock when everything is adjusted and their monthly payment is through the roof in some cases, right? Now, thankfully, he and the people we've seen so far are able to withstand and pay the increased cost, but everyone is not in that situation. Most people probably aren't in that situation. So because of that, it's very important, especially if you're buying a new construction home, understand the whole picture. Obviously, you get your inspection and you do all that stuff, but you got to make sure you cover yourself on the other side as well. New construction homes seem to be so controversial these days, but I want to hear from you. Do you think buying a new construction home these days is worth it, or should people just buy an older home and make it into what they want to be? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you're enjoying this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot and it takes just a moment. I appreciate it.
Y'all, guess what happened? So my mortgage just went up. My mortgage just went up to $2,500. They just ran my analysis, my escrow analysis. And I wasn't even gonna look at it, but someone told me, like, just look at it, because I already knew I was negative because of what? Because of the taxes. And because I have a shortage in my escrow. Thank you, City of Chicago. Thank you so much for making it even harder on fucking homeowners. Thank you so much.
I feel for her. And I've heard over the years about a lot of property tax issues in Cook County, which is the county Chicago is in, and obviously other towns and stuff. I want to hear from you though. Do you live in Cook County? Do you live in Illinois? Have you had property tax problems? Do you know anybody who has? Definitely let me know in the comments. But you have to understand how things work and what's going on and the factors that could possibly impact the property taxes and how the city, how the county is making these kind of decisions. And in an ideal world, property taxes would be eliminated and people wouldn't have to worry about that. And I've seen a lot of people in the comments in recent videos saying that you don't own the home if you have to pay property taxes, or that they should be completely abolished. I don't think it's realistic to get rid of them completely, because honestly, we do need the revenue it brings in for different city services. However, I think there should be more transparency in how the money's being spent, and there should be a limit to how much property taxes can go up. And some states, some counties do have pretty reasonable limits, but that's not always the case. But let me know what you think. Do you think property taxes are a complete scam? Do you think they should be eliminated? I'm curious to hear from you. Whether I agree or not, I want to know what you think. So definitely feel free to comment below. What's the takeaway from what we saw today? Your monthly payment, your mortgage payment, it's not always as fixed as people think it is. Because for a lot of homeowners, the real shock comes after they buy the house. Maybe property taxes go up. Maybe insurance skyrockets. Or maybe they stretch too far in the first place because they thought the rates would drop, or they assumed they would refinance later, and now they're stuck making payments that no longer fit their lifestyle, income, or their future goals. That's why buying a home is about more than just asking, can I get approved? The real question is, and should be, can you comfortably afford this house long term if circumstances change? Because life changes, insurance changes, taxes change, unfortunately, and repairs happen. It's inevitable. And if your budget is already maxed out on the day you get the keys, one increase can completely throw your finances off track and you could lose the home. That doesn't mean buying a home is a bad idea. It just means that you need to buy smart. So leave some room in your budget. Understand the full monthly payment, not just principal and interest. And don't assume future refinancing or appreciation will suddenly save a bad financial decision. The goal isn't just to buy a house. The goal is to actually enjoy your life after you buy it. And so if you're trying to figure out what price range could possibly make sense for you, I have a wait list that's open for an upgraded version of my free home affordability calculator. Link is in the comment if you're interested. And if you're planning to buy or sell a home within the next year and need some help, I can connect you to a realtor in your area. The link to that is also in the description. Now that you know about skyrocketing mortgage payments, I want you to understand why some homeowners are paying their mortgages off early. Check out this video right here.